What's going on, everybody? Jonathan Montoya here with Passive Income Lifestyles. And on this video, guys, I'm going to show you how to use ClickFunnels from beginning to end. I know a lot of people get stuck with the technical part of it. So I'm going to teach you everything on how to set up your first funnel and how you can start making money with ClickFunnels today. And I'll kind of go through, the best way to get, start making money with ClickFunnels, because when you're first starting out, a lot of people get stuck with creating a product. Well, I'm going to show you how I make money and how you can start making money today. And that's with affiliate marketing. But this is going to be more of a technical video where I show you how to use the software. And then at the end of it, I'm going to show you basically how you can start making money with the software. Because remember, at the end of the day, you don't make money with ClickFunnels. ClickFunnels is a tool that you can use to help you make money online. Okay, and I'll kind of explain more about it. But okay, so the first thing, guys, is if you haven't subscribed to my channel, guys, my name is, again, Jonathan Montoya with Passive Income Lifestyles. And on this channel, guys, I help people make money online, specifically with affiliate marketing. But I have a ton of videos on how to make money online, how to build your YouTube channel, how to use ClickFunnels, stuff like that. So if you want to learn more, subscribe, and we'll go ahead and get started now with the actual video. Okay, so I have a few questions here that I have set up. So why use a sales funnel? So first of all, guys, if you've been to a website, you know that there's a bunch of different distractions, a bunch of different things that you can go to. So the reason we use a sales funnel is because we can get somebody to perform one action, okay, just one thing, whether it's enter an email, buy one product. We don't have to worry about them getting distracted. We just have a funnel, so we just funnel them into where we want them to go, okay? So hopefully that makes sense, and that kind of answers the question, why not just use a website? Well, because with the funnel, we can, we can do certain things like build our email list, or we can get a sale on one product. We could have upsells, downsells, stuff like that, okay? And then I'm going to answer the question, how can I start making money with ClickFunnels? I'm going to talk about that more towards the end of the video once I go through the technical part of it, and then we'll go from there. So I'm going to go through this, guys. I am on a live video. So if you guys, if you are watching this live, I'll be trying to answer questions as I go through live. But I'm going to go through as detailed as possible, so you guys can understand the technical part of ClickFunnels. And a lot of people get stuck with it, so I'm going to try to explain it as much as I can, so you have all the information to get started with your funnel and start making money with it today. Okay. Cool. So step one is you have to sign up for ClickFunnels. Okay. So first of all, before you sign up, guys, I do have an affiliate link to sign up through me. And I do have some cool bonuses if you do sign up through my affiliate link, which I'll talk about in a little bit. But I'll link all this stuff down below. But let me just show you real quick what you want to do here. Let me go to my link. Okay, so what you do, I'm just going to go through like if I were starting over. Okay, so you just go to, you sign up for your 14-day free trial. You'll get to a page like this. Obviously, enter your email password that you want to start with. And then you'll go ahead and get started with the trial. Now, I do want to tell you, this is kind of a newer thing. When you first get started, you're going to be started on the $300 plan. So let me see if I can just enter some random information here. 24 at yahoo.com. I'm just going to enter something random here. Let's see if it'll typically with the new system here, it's going to go through to, it's because I'm already signed in here. Okay, so what happens, guys, is when you first sign up for ClickFunnels, it's going to sign you up for the $297 plan, okay? Now, you don't have, for some reason, it doesn't let you choose the $97 plan. So when you first sign up and you start your free trial, make sure to go to account settings, and then you can downgrade to the $97. Most people don't need the $297 plan, okay? So let's just say you go to account settings and you go to account billing. You can literally go in here and you choose a different plan, okay? So you can see this is the $97 plan. And then basically you can, it sets you up with this one right away, but you can downgrade to the $97 plan. Just wanted to let you know that that's kind of a new feature that ClickFunnels just came out with. So if you're just signing up, you can go ahead and downgrade right here, okay? So that's the first step, guys. Obviously, sign up for the software. And then once we're signed up, I'm going to show you how to start your first funnel, okay? So I'm going to go through this document here, and I'm going to add this document down below as well, so you have it, and you can kind of go through it as I'm teaching you as well, okay? All right, step number 2 is go to the Funnels tab inside the ClickFunnels dashboard. So this is what it's going to look like. So once you're inside the dashboard, guys, Let me see if I can go to the main dashboard here, just so you, oh yeah, this is the main dashboard here. So, basically you have, you have your stats. If you're making your own sales, you have your quick links. So this is kind of what you'll be using here to build a funnel. If you bought any other ClickFunnels programs, you have it in here. But the main thing you want to look at for now is this quick link, because you can build a funnel. Okay, so what we're going to do is you can either build a funnel here, or you can go to this tab here and go to funnels. And what we're going to do is we're going to build our first funnel. I'm going to build it right in front of you, and we're going to go from there. Okay, so what you do is you go to add new. Okay, now what's cool is you can group funnels based on different businesses and what you're doing, but I'll talk about that later. For now, I just want to build a simple funnel and kind of get started with building a funnel really, really simple. Okay, so I'm just going to build a classic email list builder funnel. Okay, this is probably the most classic type of funnel to build your email list. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and create funnel here, and we got just click collect emails. Okay, and so you can sell your product or host a webinar. These are more the advanced funnels, but for now I just want to show you the most basic type of funnel, which is a collect email funnel. Okay, I'm just going to name this here collect email leads. This is just whatever you want to name it, and remember, you can tag this in a group. So if you have multiple funnels, it makes it really easy to kind of categorize. Let me show you actually my account here. Let me see. So you can see here, this is my affiliate marketing tab. This is my fitness tab. I have shared funnels here. I have my wife's funnel, so I can categorize them by different groups. Okay, so as you get a lot more funnels built, you can categorize them. But for now, don't worry about this, about selecting a group. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and build funnel. Okay, and let me see if there's any questions so far, guys. I know like I said, I'm going live on multiple different platforms. No questions yet. Okay, perfect. So there's a few different things in here. So it's gonna give you some templates. So there's a bunch of templates that you can use. Excuse me, guys. There's a bunch of templates that we can use in here. Honestly, guys, I like to use very simple templates that we can just start collecting emails. Okay, I don't like to make this stuff too complicated. Okay, a lot of people try to make this stuff very complicated. I like to make it simple, because at the end of the day, it's not hard. Okay, let me just show you something real quick before we continue. Okay, this is one of my most simple funnels. Okay, to collect emails. This is one of my funnels here. Okay, super, super simple. And I've made thousands and thousands of dollars with this particular funnel. And all I'm doing is collecting emails. I'll talk about that at the end. Okay, but what I'm saying is you don't need a very complicated funnel. Okay, so we're going to start with, honestly, let's just start from scratch. That way you guys can understand this. Okay, so I'm going to go to the bottom here because it gives you templates, but I want to start from scratch. Okay, so opt-in blank start. Okay, because I want to show you how to build this funnel from the bottom up. Okay, and how easy this is. Okay, so there's a few different things in here that we can go ahead and mess with, like the funnel. What's it called? The URL link. So you can change this here. If you go to settings, you can go ahead and change all that. You can see here, you can change the funnel name. Like I said, the group tag, the domain name. So once you have a domain, you can go ahead and add that into ClickFunnels, and you can add that to it. But for now, I'm not going to worry about that. I just want to show you how to create the actual funnel. Okay. So in here, this is kind of the main page we're going to look at. Okay. And we're just going to go edit page here. Okay, this is the opt-in page. Okay, this is just to collect email addresses. And like I said, I'm starting this from from the beginning. Okay, because what I want to do is show you how easy it is to use the software. Okay, so we're going to start from a blank page, literally nothing on here. Okay, so what we want to do is there's different kind of tabs in here. Okay, there's this green type of tab. There's columns and rows. Okay, so the rows is this blue little thing here. Okay, and basically you can add different headlines, different text, and I'll kind of show you as I go. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and add a row. Okay, and this green one is a section. Okay, there's a section, then there's rows, and then there's elements within those rows. Okay, so within hopefully that makes sense. So let me explain. So if I add a section here, let's just say I want to add a full section. Okay, that's going to be the green one here. Okay, that's a full section. I'm going to delete this one right here. Okay, oops. So now we have a full section here, and then within the section, we want to add a row. Okay, so we can go ahead and add a row. There's 1 column, 2 column. Typically, a 2 column means it's split in half. 3 column means it's split in threes. But for this one, I'm just going to show you a 1 column, okay? Okay, that means it's just taking up 1 whole space instead of 2 spaces or 3, okay? Now, remember, so we have our sections, and within our section, we have our rows, and then within our rows, we have our elements, okay? The elements are things like pictures and text and stuff like that, okay? So I'm going to add an element within the row, okay? So hopefully that's making sense so far. Let me know if you have any questions, guys. And then, like I said, if you have any questions, make sure to jump onto YouTube because that's where I'm answering questions live, okay? Anyways, go to add element, and I'm just going to do a headline here, okay? Okay, perfect. So now I have a text, okay? So, it could be a very simple text like I'm just gonna show an example of one of my funnels here that we're gonna go ahead and model. Okay, so I'm just gonna model this because it's really easy to model. I'm just gonna copy this since I'm not gonna show you like the copywriting or stuff like that. I'm just gonna show you the technical part of this. Okay, so I'm just gonna copy this headline. Okay, so you can see finally a proven. Okay, don't worry about the words too much. I'm just kind of showing you how I recreate this and how easy it is. Okay, so as I create this, I can go ahead and bold certain things. So if you want to bold, this right here, you can just highlight it, and you can either bold it here, and it'll be bold. Now, cool thing is what you can do is click this little tools tab. Okay. And basically in here, you can go ahead and change the bold color. Let's just say to green. Okay. So now you can see it changes color. Okay. And this is the bold right here. Okay. So you can even highlight some of the, or you can underline some of this stuff here. Okay. So you can kind of do stuff like that. And the way I did that is just highlighting it. You can click it in here. So within the element, you can go ahead and make changes with it. Okay. Now I'm going to add another element within that row. Okay. So what I can do is go to elements, go to add element here, and then add this image. Okay. So it's literally drag and drop, guys. So it's really, really easy. I'm going to add this. You can drag and drop it above it. And then I can go ahead and add an image. Now with this particular funnel, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get email addresses. Okay. So I can go ahead and, add an image if I want. Let's see if I have any images just already ready to go. So you can upload an image. I'm just going to put an image of myself real quick just to kind of show you how easy this is to do. Okay. So I'm just going to add this image here. Add image. Oops. Okay. And then it's a little big here. So what you can do is just make it smaller. So let's just say 200 or 100 or 150. Okay. So the image width, image height. Okay. You can see here, you can kind of change that up as you go. Okay. Now what I want to do, of course, is I want to add a place where people can enter their email, right? That's the point of this funnel, is to get someone to enter their email. Okay, that's what I'm trying to do here. Now, what I want to do in this case is, like I said, I want to model this one here because I already have it created. I just want to show you how easy it is. I want to create this little subheading here. Okay, so the easiest way to do that is just add another element. So go to add element and then go to subheading. Okay. So now it adds a small little heading here. You got your main heading and your subheading. So let's go ahead and just copy this and add that in there. Okay, so see, super easy. You can go ahead and change the font if you want. Just remember, click on the element here. And then basically what you can do is hit this little settings. You can change the font size here, okay? See that? You can change the font size here. Makes it really, really easy to fix and to change up, okay? So now we have that. Another thing I want to talk to you guys about is this is the desktop mode. As you can see here on the left, this is the desktop mode. So what we can do is we can check how it looks on mobile. So if you go to mobile here, you can see it looks a little different, right? So now I can go in here and change the settings for mobile, guys, because this is important. A lot of people don't do this, okay? You have to optimize it for mobile, okay? So if I just change this here to, let's just say 22, you know, we can kind of fix this up so it looks a little better for mobile, okay? So typically we can do something like that, okay? Let's see. I'm just going to change this up one more time just so it looks a little better. There we go. So that's looking a little better. Perfect. Okay. So now we have that done. It looks good for desktop. It looks good for mobile. You can kind of switch through and make sure it looks good for both of them. But what we want to do now is want to add a place where we can collect someone's email. Now, remember, I'm building this from scratch. You can use the templates that they already have. I'm just building it from scratch. That way you guys can understand how this works. Okay, so from here, now what I can do is add an element. And what I want to do is capture an email. Okay, so what you do is you go to elements right here, add element, and then within here, you're going to go to the form and then input, okay? And you go ahead and just add this in here. So it's going to ask for an email address. Now you can ask whatever you need. An email address, you can do name, you can do address. And what I do is just keep adding inputs for as much information as you want, okay? Let's just say you want a name and an email, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and add another element here. Let's see, I didn't add it. Let me do it again. There we go. Okay, so now I have two forms of contact. The way you set that up, let's just say you want the name on the first one. Let's just put input name. You just put full name. The placeholder text, just put enter your full name. This is for the user. Enter your full name. Okay. And then this one here, we need to tell Clickfunnels what kind of information it is. So it says no input type set. So make sure you tell it that you want an email here. Okay. So input type, make sure you're grabbing an email. Okay. So now you're grabbing an email, you're grabbing a name. Let's make sure it looks good on mobile. Looks good on mobile. Perfect. We're good to go. Now, the last thing we need here for this simple opt-in page is we need a button to be able to go to the next page, right? So just start thinking about it, how when you go through an opt-in page, what's the things you're kind of thinking about here. Okay. So if we go through here and we go to elements, you can go ahead and add a simple button. Okay. So you can go in here and add a button. Okay. And you can, like I said, you click this and guys, you can literally just make this bigger as you need it. Let's just say, what am I saying? Yes, give me instant access. So let's just say the same thing. Yes, give me, I'm just going to put access. Okay. Now, you can do one or two things here, okay? So the main thing I'm trying to do here is get people to enter their email address and then store that into my autoresponder. Now, if you don't know what an autoresponder is, basically it's a place where I can store everyone's email address and I can mass email people, okay? That's like the simplest way I can put it, okay? So what I can do here is I can go ahead and go to submit order or submit form. Okay, so what that does is it enters those people's email address into my funnel. And then what I can do is now that I'm collecting those emails, and it goes into my email autoresponder. And I'll show you how to do that here in a second. Let me see if I can. Yeah, I'll show you that here in a second. But I just want to show you how easy it was to create a page. Okay, so now there's my opt-in page. It's going to show you some SEO metadata. You can go ahead and fill this out. This is pretty much tells it pretty much tells Google what the page is, right? So right here you can say how to make money online. Just going to make this really simple. The description, this is what it would look like in Google, basically, okay? You can add some keywords in there. You can add your name. I'm just going to put my name, Jonathan Montoya. And then you can add an image. Let's just do the same image here. So there you go. So now that's how it would look on Google. Okay. I'm not going to spend too much time on this part. Okay. So let me see if there's any questions, guys. So far, make sure you save it. And that's basically how you create a funnel. I just want to go through some more funnel basics as I'm creating this because that's really important because there's some URLs, some other things, some setup things that I want you guys to understand as we're going through it. Okay, but the actual funnel building is pretty simple. I think the hardest part is setting up your domain, setting up your email autoresponder and connecting that to the actual funnel. So I'm going to show you how to do that in a second. Let me just make sure there's no particular questions here, and then we'll go ahead and move on. Okay. Okay, bless you. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Okay, so I don't have any particular questions, so I'm gonna go ahead and continue. Okay. All right. So now that we have the funnel built out, you can see the funnel's ready to go. It's there. Okay. So now what I want to do is I'm gonna go to my document and make sure we're going through here, just so I make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Okay. So we already created the funnel here. We want to make sure our funnel foundation is set up correctly. Okay, so our domain name, our metadata, our tracking codes, our A/B testing, URL structure and then stuff like that. Okay, so what I'm going to look at now is the URL structure. Okay, that's the next thing I want to look at. Okay, so the URL structure is this right here. This is the actual website name where, you know, basically you can give this link out to people and they'll go to this exact same page. Okay, so for example, if I go to this page, I copy this link here, and then I go ahead and paste that into a URL or website, then there it is, right? Everything is there. I just created it. Really, really easy, guys. So that's what that means. Okay, so now you can change this up as you want. Okay, so there's 3 URL structures. Okay, this is a little confusing. So the way they set it up. Okay, there's the main URL structure which is right here. Okay, this is the main one for this exact funnel. So I'm just going to put funnel test. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and save this here. Okay. And then basically now it should save that. But now there's another funnel URL, and this is going to be right here. Okay. And this should change this one right here. So if you go to publishing, I'm going to change this to same thing, funnel test. And then this should change the funnel name or the funnel URL name. Okay. Funnel test. So you can see it changed here, and it adds these weird letters at the end. I don't know why it does that. It just does. Okay. So there's one more place you can change it, and it's going to be right here. Okay. This little tool mark here, you can go ahead and change it here. Let's just say funnel test. Okay. Funnel test. Okay. All right. Perfect. So now we go in here, and everything is good to go. Now, if we go to the URL, let's see here. If we go to jmontoya.clickfunnels.com/funnel test, it will go. Let me see why it didn't go. Let me double check my words here. Sometimes it takes a second when you change it. Let's take a look here. Okay, yeah, so you have to copy the whole URL and it'll change it for you. Okay, but there we go. It works. Good to go. Now, I do want to talk to you about changing the domain. Right now, it kind of defaults to this domain right here, but you can change that very easily. You can go to settings here and then change the domain here. Okay. Now, if you don't have a domain, you can go ahead and buy one through Clickfunnels. There's this add or edit domains in here. And basically what it'll do is you can go ahead and go here and add your own domain. If you have a custom domain, you can go ahead and get that over there. But for now, you can go ahead and, you can buy a domain through Clickfunnels. I think it's like $20, and you can connect that to it. You'll have your own custom domain. Okay. So that's basically how that works. If you don't choose a domain, it's just going to go that domain that it gives you. Okay. So make sure to choose a domain if you do have one. Okay. All right. That's basically how that works. Let me go back to my document here. The metadata was what I showed you earlier within the funnel. I talked about the domain, the tracking codes. This is more advanced, guys. Once you start tracking stuff, let me show you how this works. So the tracking codes is under settings. And what this is if you go to like your head tracking code, you can track like you can put your Facebook pixel, you can put your Google Analytics. If you're running ads, you can pretty much track what's going on in your funnel. Now, I'm not going to go too much into this because it gets a little more complicated. I just want to show you how to use funnels from beginning to end, and the advanced stuff, we can talk about that in another video, okay? But that's basically what the tracking code is, okay? Now, let me go through here. And then the URL structure we talked about. Now, I do want to talk about A/B testing. This is really, really important, guys. So this is as you're building more funnels, you can build split tests. Okay, so if I wanted to build a split test, you can just hit create variation here. Just click this top one, and what it does is it creates the exact same funnel. And if let's just say you're sending 1,000 people to that website, okay? Now, what you can do out of those 1,000, you can say, well, send 50% of people to this one and send 50% of people to this other one. And the goal of this is to see basically, which funnel is working the best, right? So which headline works best? Is it like you can change, like, for example, you can do something super simple. So right now, obviously, these are the exact same ones, okay? But if we wanted to go here and change just one little thing, okay? We're testing one little thing here. If you go here, let's just say we change this color to red, okay? Okay, and let's just say we send 1,000 people to this website, okay? What it's going to do, it's going to send 500 people to the one on the right and 500 100 people to the one on the left. Okay. And then what we can do is we can see which page is doing better. Okay. We can see what percentage of people are entering their email, what percent of people are leaving. And once you figure out a winner, let's just say this red one is better. Let's just say like 50% of people are entering their email and only 20% of people are entering their email on the one here. Okay. What you can do is now you can declare this a winner, and then you can split test again. Okay. So it becomes really, really powerful as you move forward. Okay. So I want you to understand what split testing means. Okay. Now, another thing you can do is you can add a thank you page as well, or you can add new steps. Okay. Now, what I do is called affiliate marketing. So all I do is collect an email and then I send them to a different page. If you're selling your own product, then you want to add a new step here. And let's just say sales page. Okay. Now, this is if you're selling your own product. I'm just going to put sales page here. And what this does is you can create new steps within the funnel, right? So first you collect an email. The second one, they buy your product. And then the third one is a thank you page, right? So you can go ahead and see the differences here. Now I can change this to a sales page here and then go to order form. And then if you have something to sell, then you can go ahead and use that here on the sales page. Okay. But in this particular case, I'm not going to show you this because what I do is I do affiliate marketing. So I sell other people's products. So I don't even have to worry about this. Okay. But if you are selling your own product, you can connect your own, you can basically connect your own, system where you collect payments and you get sales and you fulfill everything through Clickfunnels. Okay. But I'm not going to show you that here in this video, but really, really simple to do because I've done that before. Yeah. And they have templates where you collect. Let me just show you. Let's just pick a random one here. And let me just show you real quick. So if you want, you can see you can collect their information, their billing address, and then a credit card. Okay, so then you collect your payment process, or you connect your payment processor to ClickFunnels. You collect payment, and that's it. Okay, and that's how this works. If you want to collect your own payment. Now, I'm not going to do that in this particular case because, like I said, what I do is I do affiliate marketing, so I don't collect the payments. I send it to a different page, and that's what I do. And I'll show you that here in a little bit. So I'm going to delete this step here. And just show you kind of the basic way to do it, okay, which is an opt-in page, okay? All right, let's continue here. So I pretty much went through this whole thing, which is the foundation. Now, let's talk about step number 4. So use ClickFunnels Editor to start editing your sales funnel. I think I kind of jumped up, but basically I showed you how it works with the different sections, rows, and columns, and elements, okay? So, and then how much room do you want in between? Let's talk about that real quick. So, let me go back in here. Let's just say I want to edit this again. So you can change the different margins, the different like margins in between. Let's just say we want less margin between here. You would just click this element, click on settings, and then change the margin here. Okay. So you can get it closer and you can kind of just change it up that way. Okay. And then of course you can drag and drop however you need to. You can make this smaller. You can click on this element here. And then you can go ahead and make this smaller if you wanted to. So you can go to advanced settings here and you can change up the settings here, okay? I'm not going to go through that too much, but that's basically what I wanted to go over, okay? Make sure to save it and continue on, okay? All right, cool, guys. So now I know we've gone through a lot so far, and make sure your funnel settings are correct. So I know I'm going off... I'm kind of going all over the place with these steps, but we kind of went through the funnel settings already, but let's go through them one more time. Like I said, if you go to settings here, you can go ahead and set the name of the funnel, the path name. You can set a picture up for that, and then you can add your tracking codes. Now, I do want to tell you about this here. This is really cool. Let's just say you share a funnel, or you create a funnel and you want to share it with a friend. With this, share the funnel, you can literally give this link to someone and they'll import your whole funnel into their account. Okay. So your whole funnel that they created, they can literally copy the whole thing if you wanted to share it. Okay. So it's a really, really cool thing you can do here. And then of course, if you have your own product, you can connect your Stripe account here. Okay. So that's basically what that means here. Make sure to save it. All right. All right, and then add an order page if you are selling your own product. We talked about that. And now this is the part where I think people get confused. I want to talk about this part for a while, is step 7. Make sure your funnel-wide settings are correct. But more importantly, make sure you have your email integration set up, okay? So this is probably the most important part, is make sure that emails are going to the right location, okay? Now, you have to have an email autoresponder. Now, I'm going to give you the one I use because it's really easy. It is an affiliate link, but this is the one I use. This is the one I use for my clients, and it's called Get Response, okay? This is it right here. Let me see here. Should be logged in. If it's not logged in, I'll have to log in real quick, guys. Give me 1 second. So this is Get Response. Basically, this is how I collect email addresses. I have this dummy account set up. So I'm going to go ahead and log in real quick. Let's see here. Let me log in real quick, guys. Yeah, I have this dummy account set up, and I just want to show you how it works, okay? Perfect. So now that I'm logged in, and I'll give you guys all the links to all the information down below in the description. But what I can do is I can build different lists, right? So if I wanted to build like a list, let's just say, I want to create a new list. I want to say Clickfunnels leads, okay? Let's say I want to do that, okay? Clickfunnels leads, and then I want to create a list, okay? Okay, someone is already using that. I'm going to put 2020. Let's see if that works. Okay, perfect. So I created this list. Let's just say I want to put emails into this list, okay? So I'm going to go back here. I'm going to connect this autoresponder to my funnel, okay? So now when people enter their email, now it goes into the Get Response list, and I can start collecting email leads, okay? Which is the biggest part about the online business, is you want to collect leads, right? So let me see if there's any questions so far, guys. I know I'm going kind of fast, but hopefully you guys don't have any particular questions, okay? Okay, so anyways, we'll go ahead and continue, and let's take a look here. Okay, so what we want to do, guys, is we want to connect our autoresponder, okay? So first of all, you have to connect it initially, okay? And what you do to do that is you go to account settings, and what you can do is you can go to integrations here, okay? And what you do is you connect your autoresponder to that, okay? Now, it's really easy to do. All you do is go to add new integration. And what you do here is you go to Get Response. That's the one that I'm recommending to you guys. And then what you do here is you're going to just put the API key and then just a random nickname that whatever you want it. And to do this, you go to Get Response. And to get that API key, you go to Settings in here. Actually, menu. And you're going to go to integrations and API, okay? And then within here, you're just going to go to API, and you're going to go ahead and copy this, okay? Now, I already created a key for you guys, but you can go ahead and generate key, and then, you put whatever key you want it. Let's just put Clickfunnels key test, okay? And then you can go ahead and copy this. Now, either one of these will work. So you just copy that, which I already did before. You go back here. I'm just going to put Clickfunnels test. And then you click your key here. And it literally just connects it with it now. Okay, now I already did it, so I'm not going to do it again. But you just hit add integration, and it'll connect for you. Okay, now that'll connect it to your account. You still have to connect it to the actual funnel and the list, which I'm going to show you here in a second. Okay, so what you do here is you go ahead and let's just say you go to this page here. All right. So what you do on this page is, remember, we want people to enter their email address in here, and we want to collect these email addresses. So really easy. All you got to do is go to settings, integration. You go to integration. You go to Get Response, because that's the one we connected. We go to add campaign. And remember, we create a list for this specific one. I think it is called Clickfunnels Leads 2020. Perfect. So now we can go ahead and we're good to go. That is done. Okay. So now we go ahead and save that, and now we can test this out, make sure it works, okay? Now, I do want to tell you guys, if you are doing a split test, you do have to do it again in here. So if I go here, I have to do it to the second page, or else it won't connect this one, okay? So make sure this is also connected as well, okay? Add campaign and Clickfunnels leads, okay? Now it's connected. And we're going to go ahead and test this theory out and make sure it works, okay? So remember, to get to the actual funnel, we're just going to collect, we're going to copy this link here, okay? And then we're just going to put, I'm just going to put Jonathan test at yahoo.com, something like that. And let's see if it works. And that's why I'm doing this live. let me double check. Okay, so it should go in here. For some reason, it's not. Let's you know what? let me go to another incognito mode, and that might be the issue. Okay, so I'm just gonna go to another incognito page. Open window. Okay, I'm gonna try another page here, and hopefully this will work. Oh, you know what? I know why it didn't work. Let me go back here. Okay. So what we're going to do here is, it's because this thank you page is not set up. Okay. So it needs a thank you page to be able to go to the next page, right? So I'm just going to create this real quick. So once someone enters their email, then you want them to go to a new page, right? So this is what this means here. So I'm just going to collect this one here. Okay. Or select this one here. And then once we're in here, it should go to the next page. So now I'm just going to go ahead and try it now. I'm going to go to a new page here. Let's see. Okay, give me 1 second, guys, as I'm going through this. That's why I'm doing this live. It's asking me for some questions here. All right, let's see. Why is it asking me this? Oh my gosh. Oops. Why is it asking me this? I think because I want an incognito. Okay, there we go. All right, so now it should work. I'm just going to put Jonathan test 123 at yahoo.com. Hopefully this will work. It should go to that dummy page that we created. Boom. There we go. Okay. Obviously, you want to create a thank you page for this. Unless you have an affiliate offer, then you can send them straight to the affiliate offer, right? Or, obviously, if you're selling your own product, you want to send them to that next page. So that's basically what that means. Now, I just want to test and see if this got my name in here. There it is. So you can see here, now I have one contact, which is myself. So if I go to these Clickfunnels leads, it should be test123 at yahoo.com. Okay, so now you can see how that works, right? Now, now that we're done there, I just want to go through everything. That's basically how you set up Clickfunnels, okay? Let me see if there's any questions so far with this, okay? Let me double check here. No particular questions. Cool, guys. I hope this training is making sense so far. I'm going to go through how you can actually start making money with this and how I make money with Clickfunnels, because at the end of the day, the technical part is probably I think that gets a lot of people confused, right? So I want to talk about how I make money, okay? So what I do is called affiliate marketing, okay? And with affiliate marketing, I set up funnels to collect my own email leads, but I send them to a funnel that's already built out, right? And the point of that is to, I can get started today. I can start making money by collecting email leads and then sending them to an offer that's already selling. It already, has a sales process. You don't have to create the product. So that's what I do. That's how I make my money online, okay? And you can see here, let me see if I can share my screen again. For example, this is like how much I made in just the last week, right? Over $1,000, almost $2,000 in just the last week. You can see here, okay? And I'll show you some proof. This is selling a product with through Clickfunnels, okay? So I'm using Clickfunnels to sell their own product, right? And let me just show you kind of example of a page that I made, okay? So what I'm selling is the new Traffic Secrets book. So if you go here, you can see here I create a simple funnel. Basically, all I'm trying to do here is grab an email address, and then once I grab an email address, it goes to the actual page that Clickfunnels created for me. Okay, so this is Clickfunnels page. I don't have to worry about creating this, right? Now they take the payment for me. They do all the hard work. All I literally do is collect an email address, and I send them to a page. This is called affiliate marketing, okay? And if you guys want to learn more about affiliate marketing, click on the first link in the description below, guys. And that's going to take you through a 15-day challenge on how to start an affiliate marketing business from beginning to end, okay? And that challenge is literally only $7, guys. So make sure to get into that. But let me talk about the next steps of funnel building, okay? So now that you built the funnel, what's the next steps, right? So now that the technical parts are done, you have to start learning the marketing behind the funnels and the psychology, okay? So building the funnels is one thing, but another thing that I think is actually more important is the actual psychology behind funnels, right? People think they can just throw a funnel up and make money. Well, no, you have to understand the psychology, right? So for example, if you go through here, if you go through any of my funnels, you'll notice that all this, let me see if I can pull up one of my more successful funnels here. Okay. All this stuff here, okay? All these words, all the things that I'm talking about, this is called copywriting. The way you do your headlines, the way you do all that stuff is called copywriting. The way you actually market the funnel is called copywriting. And that's another part you need to learn. And that's something that comes with time. Obviously, you want to go through a good course, something that'll teach you copywriting. But that's something that you really need to understand, not just creating the funnels, but understanding copywriting, know how to write a killer headline, know how the value ladder works. How do you make more money on the back end, right? We're collecting emails so we can then we're collecting emails, so then on the back end we can make bigger sales, right? And then learn how to use an email autoresponder and automate your business, which I kind of showed you already, how to set up your email. You're collecting emails, and now you can automate everything on autopilot, okay? And then last thing, guys, is you want to learn funnel hacking, okay? And this is stuff I teach on my channel, so make sure to subscribe, guys. What funnel hacking is seeing what other people are doing on other funnels and literally modeling what they're doing, not copying, but modeling what they're doing, okay? So the next step, guys, is to get your Clickfunnels account. This is my link here. I'm going to link all this stuff in the description below. So you're going to, obviously, you need a Clickfunnels account. You need an email autoresponder. I have a Clickfunnels support group. This is my group here. So make sure you join the group. I have the steps backwards here. And then I have my pre-built funnels and free course. I have a free course that you guys can go through on how to use ClickFunnels. And then the last step here, guys, is step number 5, which is, let me see here. Start making money today with affiliate marketing. And this is the easiest way to get started, guys, because you don't have to worry about creating the whole funnel. All you got to do is worry about collecting email leads and then sending them to an offer that someone already created. Okay, this is the best way to do it, guys. So I'm going to add my link in here. This is the main funnel, the main program I promote, an amazing program, guys. This is what I would definitely recommend when starting your business, right? So you need the funnel, you need the autoresponder, then you need the knowledge on how to do it. And that's what I give you here, guys. I give you free tools. I give you free courses, a free group for you guys. And yeah, so hopefully that makes sense. I hope that you guys found a ton of value in this video, guys. I would appreciate you guys if you would subscribe to the channel. If you are going to get ClickFunnels, I would appreciate if you use the link below. I have a ton of bonuses if you do buy through my link. One of the bonuses here is you're going to get all my slideshows for promoting Traffic Secrets, which is a really easy product to promote when you're first starting out. You're going to get all the slideshows if you sign up through ClickFunnels through my link. Of course, you get my free course, and then you get a bunch of different emails that you can start sending out and start making money with this today. Okay, so that's kind of a bonus for signing up through ClickFunnels through my link. And just send me an email, guys, or send me a message on Instagram. Let me know that you signed up through my link, and I'll go ahead and send you all the bonuses. So anyways, guys, I hope this video was of value. Hopefully that I explained everything as detailed as possible. And just, guys, start making funnels, start making money, and start doing affiliate marketing, start promoting other people's products, and start making money today. So anyways, guys, have a great day, and God bless.